What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing a video a bunch of you have been asking for, and that's seeing how good a team of brothers would be in the NHL. Now, for this, we're actually going to start with the New Jersey Devils, as they're the worst team in the Metro, and we hardly ever put our custom teams in the Metro Division, and I figured this one made a lot of sense, as I actually chose Philadelphia as the city for the brothers team. I thought that made a lot of sense too. Obviously, Philly is the city of brotherly love. Right there you can see Philadelphia A. You might have noticed actually below it as well is Philadelphia B. I realized that there was actually so many brothers in the NHL we could have an A team and a B team, so that's what we're going to do here. The next worst team in the Metro is actually New York Rangers. Works out quite well too, as the Rangers have Lundqvist, Stahl, and Strome for brothers. The Devils have Jack Hughes, Subban, Bachfist, so we're getting rid of a lot of duplicate players that way. You might notice kind of there too, basically with the B team, I went for the Philadelphia Eagles colors. And then for the A team, I went with a mix between the 76ers and Phillies colors. Top players on the A team are Tuukka Rask, Mark Stone, Seth Jones. B team, you got Henrik Lundqvist, Jamie Benn, and JVR. So you notice good players on both teams. Essentially how I did it was the A team had the best pairs of brothers as well as best overall team. So Jamie Benn's good, but his brother Jordy Benn's only a 78 overall defenseman, so kind of hurt the team overall compared to the other pairs we could get. You guys will see kind of how it works out here. So looking at the two teams, the A team's 89 overall, B team there 83 overall. So the B team is lowest rated in the Metro. A team's actually tied for the highest with Washington, but the B team isn't the lowest rated team in the NHL or anything. They're better than Ottawa, Detroit. They're also better than LA there. So maybe they have an outside shot at the playoffs. Obviously, we're not going to be controlling them, so I am curious to kind of see what that coach does with the team. And real quick, guys, I want to thank Raycon for sponsoring this video. They actually sent me a pair of their everyday E25 earbuds a few months back, and I've really been enjoying them. The audio quality is just as good as all the top audio brands. As well, if you look at wireless earbuds on the market, these go for about half the price. As you guys can see here, it comes in pretty nice packaging. Open it up there, you got the wireless charging case. It's actually got 24 hours worth of charge, 4 charges, 6 hours apiece. Also, too, you have all these different sizes here to make sure that it fits your ear perfectly. So you open it up, lights up to tell you it's good to go. Take it out there. This is the left ear, you can see. So if you use the right side, should fit perfectly for a nice noise isolating fit. I actually used these on the airplane. I thought they did a really good job. Also, too, you don't have to get black. There's actually a bunch of different colors these come in. I just thought the black was a classic look. You can see that they're pretty discreet when you have them in your ear, and honestly, considering their size, I felt like they packed a lot of bass. Also, too, I think I mentioned last time, but Snoop Dogg uses these, which of course I thought was pretty cool, him being an NHL 20 and everything now. And as I mentioned, guys, these earbuds are their latest model, the Everyday E25. So if you want to get a pair of your own, there's a link in the description. It'll actually give you a bonus 15% off. So at that point, it's honestly such a good deal. Highly recommend them. Again, that's buyraycon.com/tacticshd for 15% off your first order. So next, you guys, I'll show you the lines for this team. Honestly, I think it turned out really good. As you can see there, team stats is champion. Obviously, 89 overall makes us one of the best teams in the league. So originally what I wanted to do is actually have all the brothers play together. You can see first line here, we have Matthew Tkachuk playing with Brady Tkachuk. Also, we got Mark Stone on that first line. Second line here, we have Jack Hughes playing with Quinn Hughes. Actually made him a forward. I figured this would be kind of just fun to try. Honestly, if you look at his stats, puck skills 91 deking, he's fast, he's got a decent shot, 90 offensive awareness. I think he could work as a forward. And the way the team composition broke down, we actually needed an extra forward, so hopefully that works out. And we have Braden Shen there signing the two Hughes brothers. Third line, we have Dylan Strome playing with Ryan Strome, Eric Stahl centering that line. And on the fourth line, we got Andrei Svechnikov playing with his brother Evgeny Svechnikov, being centered by Jordan Stahl. So again, we're trying to have all those brothers playing together, but as you'll see, the chemistry didn't quite work out. That third line's getting a -3, fourth line -1. So I actually already played around with it, figured out a way we can actually make chemistry a lot better. So I'm gonna have to do that just because it's way too bad as is. Jordan Stahl on the first line, we get a +3, which is huge. And then if we actually bump up Svechnikov to the third line, it gets a 0, and the fourth line is now +1. So unfortunately, the Stahls were never playing together because they were centers. And we just broke up the Tkachuks and the Svechnikovs, but gives us a lot better chemistry. Looking at the defense here, went for the same thing. I got Caleb Jones playing with Seth Jones on the top pair. And honestly, it really balances out the D-core. We got PK Subban playing with Mark Stahl on the second pair, and then Shen with Stone on the bottom. Juan Stone on the second pair, but again, you can see -3 for that bottom pair, so this makes a lot more sense. Goaltending-wise, we got Tuukka Rask there as the starter. Malcolm Subban backing him up. Obviously, PK's brother. If you guys are wondering about Tuukka, Jonas Rask here is his brother, who's actually an extra player, so I just have him scratched here, especially since he's 71 overall. And next year, guys, I'll show you the special teams, which I think turned out really good. So first off, we have the power play. That first unit there, I think, is really solid. Even the second unit as well. I'm hoping Jack Hughes can really grow. Highly potential, nasty hands, solid shot. Even though he's only 80 overall, he should do well, I think, especially playing with his brother there. And speaking of that, since we had to break up some of the brothers on the regular forward lines, I decided to make up for it by having them play together on the special team. So you can see on the second four-man power play, I have Brady and Matthew Tkachuk playing together. Also on the penalty kill, I've got Jordan Eric Stahl on the first one, and then I have Dylan Strome and Ryan Strome on the second one. I think the only pair of brothers wasn't able to get together were the two Svechnikovs, as it's pretty tough when Andre is one of the best players on the team at 86 overall, and Evgeny's only a 74. There's only so much you can do. And look at the 3-man there, you guys can see we actually ended up with pretty good chemistry. So it kind of sucks I couldn't have the exact line combos I wanted, where we were going to have all the brothers on the ice at the same time as much as possible, but I still think this will work out pretty good. Also to you guys, I'll actually show you the other team's line. So again, this is brother team A. I also have a brother team B, which honestly isn't too bad of a team, even though they are 83 overall. So luckily the assistant coach hasn't edited the lines yet, so they got all the brothers together. First line there is pretty solid. You got Jamie Benn, Nick Schmaltz, and JVR. Riley Smith playing with Mikael Granlund and Marcus Granlund. Then you got Nick Ritchie and Brett Ritchie playing with Jesper Bachfist. On the fourth line there, you got Brandon Tanev playing with Nick and Marcus Foligno. So again, like not too bad of a team for a B team, right? Defensively here, this is definitely where it gets a lot worse. Second pair there, you have Jordy Ben playing with Adam Bachfist, and then bomb pairs Jordan Schmaltz with Brendan Smith. Now they actually have a solid starting goaltender, Henrik Lundqvist, 86. The thing is, like, we could have had Lundqvist as our backup, but then that would have meant we couldn't have had PK Subban, right? Because we would have Malcolm Subban on the team, and obviously Tuukka Rask is better than Lundqvist. So, again, that's kind of how the two teams ended up being pretty balanced, even though obviously A team is 6 overall higher. Ryan Miller there's the backup. His brother Drew Miller actually retired from the NHL, no longer in the game, but he was kind of the next closest thing. So, scratch, you can actually see Henrik Lundqvist's brother, Joel Lundqvist. I think he played like a few games in the NHL. Now he plays over in the Swedish league. And then we also actually have Jamie McGinn and Brock McGinn as 2 extra forward. So if the coach of the B team decides to put them in, I mean, more power to him. But looking at it, like I said, I think they have a decent shot to make the playoffs. I feel like our team's a lock, but their team obviously could pull it off too. Captaincy here as well. You guys might know what I did for this, but I figured why not give it to the 3 stalls. So Eric Stahl there wearing the C, Jordan Mark wearing the 2 A's. I figured, you know, those are the brothers that have played together the most, so they know what it's like to play with your brothers. Hopefully they can teach the other guys here. So I'm actually going to sim ahead to where we play the B team. I can show you guys both teams, offense, defense, goaltending stats, also the jerseys too. As I mentioned before, I tried to go with a theme for each one. So the A team is like a 76ers Phillies theme. So we got red, white, and blue colors. The letter A there is supposed to be similar to like the Phillies P. And then for the B team there with the Eagles colors, the B kind of spiky like the Eagles logo. Again, just kind of did the best I could. So looking at the stats here, we got 9 higher offense. You know what? They probably have a lot of guys in for the preseason though, so this isn't accurate. Yeah, 8 higher defense, 9 higher goaltending. I don't think they're quite that bad, but you guys can see the jerseys here as well. Right there's the home, it's the blue. The away, there's the white. Alternate for us is the red. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, I can actually show you these jerseys. So the B team home there, the green. Away is the white, and the alternate is probably my favorite. Actually, it's the black. So right there, you guys have the look at the 2 jerseys. Again, B team's 83 overall, so they're probably closer to like, you know, 84 offense. The defense is actually probably around that, maybe like an 80-81. And then goaltending is probably a lot closer to us, maybe 85. But I'll start simming here. I'll probably like pause when we play the B team to have those games, you know, sim period by period. Also guys, before I start the sim, please leave a thumbs up if you enjoy these videos. It helps out immensely. Let's see what happens next year. In our 7th game of the season, guys, we're up against the B team. We're currently 4-1-1. They're 2-1, so somehow I've played a lot less games, but we'll sim this game, like I said, period by period. I think that'd be a lot of fun to see the 2 brother teams going at it here. So, first period, we're actually up 1. Svechnikov there gets 1 on Lundqvist. Second period, no score. And then third period, we actually get 1 more from Seth Jones. Riley Smith gets 1. So, I mean, the B team put up a fight. We only won 2-1. They definitely, you know, had something to prove. And check this out, guys. We actually have a trade involving one of the brothers. Mark's along with Travis Hamonic going to Montreal in exchange for a couple second-round picks. And later this week, we play the B team. We're currently crushing it. First in the division. We're 15-5-4. B team not doing too good. 9-13-2. I think we're first in the division and they're last in the division. So definitely polar opposites. Here we go. First period. We're down by 2. Nick Ritchie, Jesper Bachfist. Okay. The B team's pissed off. They want to prove to us that they're the better team of brothers. Wow. Respect. 4-1 loss there. So that last game against the B team, guys, almost ruined us. It must have just destroyed our team's morale. That was part of a 5-game losing streak. We then won 2 games against Chicago and Nashville before losing another 4 games straight. Luckily, after that, we were able to pull it together and actually climb back into first in the division. I think we're currently tied. We're 23-11-8. B team there 16-24-2. So we're still the better team for sure, but I mean, they seem to have our number this season. Even the game we beat them, it was close. Game 3 here. The series is tied 1 apiece. We're up 1 here, Eric Stahl. Second period, 3-2 now. Jones and Stahl again, Bacchus and Smith. And big third period, Strome, Kachuk, Stone. McGinn gets 1, so they actually are playing McGinn there. But we come away there, big 6-3 win. We're a few weeks away from the deadline now. Big trade just went down. I don't know about this one for Winnipeg. Trading away Hinola, who's a solid defensive prospect, for Gustafsson, who I believe is a pending UFA. It's pretty aggressive. Look at this trade offer, guys. Columbus just offered us Pierre-Luc Dubois for 2 first-round picks. If I didn't have to keep the brother team together, obviously I'm saying yes to this. Dubois does need a new contract, but the chances of us getting a player as good as Dubois to first, very unlikely. I wish it was like a regular franchise so I could accept that in a heartbeat, but what are you gonna do? And look at this. Speaking of brothers, a former brother, Miku Koivu, obviously brother Saku, gets traded to Florida there in exchange for Heponiemi Sorella. Not too bad of a trade, I think, for Minnesota. I can't believe this. Columbus comes back and says, you know what, we'll add a 3rd and a 4th round pick as well. Again, if we were doing a regular franchise, I'm saying yes to that in a heartbeat, but obviously we gotta keep the team together. So we got a few more games here before the deadline. Oh dang, okay. So Tanev to Foley, Beagle in a 3rd to Boston. Zaboral, Frederick, 3rd, Steen. Really, they're not getting that much back, honestly, for how much they just gave Boston. And obviously that just means Boston's gonna be a tougher team to go up against if we do see them in the playoffs. Big 7-3 loss there to the Sharks, so that kind of sucks. Hopefully we get a win there against the Capitals. Literally the exact same offer, maybe a change of year there with the 3rd and the 4th. So at the Jonathan Toews, they're offering us some all-stars here, but that's a big cap. So at the deadline here, we're 34, 19, and 8. I think we're 2nd in the division there. I'll take a look and see where the B team's at as well. Obviously, going to try and track their progress throughout the season. So yeah, 2nd there, the Hurricanes have 80 points. B team isn't last, unfortunately, 56. I was really hoping they could have somehow, you know, pulled together a magical season and push into the playoffs, especially if we somehow matched up with them round 1. That'd been just so awesome. Stone there, averaging almost a point per game. Love to see that. So I'll keep simming here. I think we probably have one more game against the B team, and they'll get on the playoffs. So we got a Saturday game against the B team here, guys. This is actually the last game against them of the season. So if we win it, we beat them 4-game series 3-1. If we lose, I guess it's a tie 2-2. I'm not really sure how the aggregate's going to work. I don't remember the scoring, but we did beat them pretty bad in Game 3. Here we go. Game number 4. This is actually away, even though I had them sharing an arena, I think. Richie Tanev Schmaltz. Wow, they come out swinging. 3 goals in the first. Wow. You know what? They might beat us on aggregate. I forget. 6-0. 7-1. We had a big win Game 3, but that's pretty close. Honestly, I would call it a wash. I mean, yes, we're above them in the standings, but they tied the series 2-2 with a big win there, game number 4. So they're showing, you know, I don't know. I'd say they're just as good a team as us, but the standings don't really show that. I guess they just come to play every time they play us, though. And we're not in the season here, guys. Finished with a very good record, 47, 25, and 10. Honestly, I didn't even think we were going to do that good, so I believe that's 104 points, a solid season for sure. I don't know if the B team did finish last in the division. Hopefully not last in NHL. No, Canucks there, 68 points. Even the Blues 72. I don't know what happened to the Blues this year, but no, the B team didn't finish last in the league, which is good. Stone 74 points, 82 games. Not too bad. Sim Engine was on high scoring, but still couldn't quite pull out a point per game player. I mean, Jordan Staal is the first line center. Yeah, we got +3 chemistry, but it's not the most, you know, offensive guy. Matthew Tkachuk 67 is not too bad. Svechnikov 66. Playing on the 3rd line. Obviously, he was also on the first power play unit, but that's still really impressive. Didn't grow in overall, but probably will this summer. Seth Jones, 65, playing with his brother. Very good season from him as well. Braden Shen, Eric Staal, Jordan Staal, Quinn Hughes, all 50+. I was really curious how Quinn Hughes was going to do playing forward. Finished with 51 points, 19 goals, 32 assists. You know, cannot complain with that. Now, even though he was obviously playing on that 2nd forward line, for all the special teams, I had him playing defense just because we had less good defensemen than forward, but still, playing forward essentially, 50 points, not bad. He outscored his brother at 44, so there you go. I think he was like the only guy on the team I noticed that actually grew. Ryan Strome, 41 on the 4th line, not bad at all. Same with Dylan Strome, 39. Subban, 32. Tkachuk didn't get too many minutes, unfortunately, 23. So, elite potential. I kind of knew, unfortunately, he just wouldn't really grow. Suchikov, actually, 4th line, barely playing. He grew the most. I forgot about him, from a 74 to 78. So, maybe should have given him a bit more ice time. See how Tuukka Rask did here. 37, 22, and 9. .907, 2.79, pretty good stats. Malcolm Subban, actually, solid stats there as a backup. Guess we should also check the B team, see how they did. So Schmaltz led in scoring, 70 points. I thought for sure it'd be Jamie Benn. He had 68 though. Smith there, 66. JVR 61. Foligno 56. That's really surprising. They definitely must have moved him into a top 6, maybe even like first power play. Granlund 55. Bit of a fall off. Bachvist 41. That's a pretty good season for him, honestly. I'm impressed. Take a look here at their goaltending. Lundqvist, not too bad, honestly. Really neither goalie, considering like they didn't have the greatest defense in front of them. I don't think did too bad. The one guy I thought might grow a lot, Bachvist, only up by 1. So still for the B team, I would say respect. Now look at the scoring leaders for the entire league. You got Stamkos and Draisaitl both at 105. Stamkos you don't usually see at the top, so that's actually kind of cool. Sagan 103, he's always up there. McDavid 100. Bergeron, Scheifele, Malkin, Kucherov, Kuznetsov. So Draisaitl more than McDavid. That's true to real life this year. And then Stamkos is definitely kind of surprising. Again, don't usually see it. Sagan 58 takes the Maurice Richard from Ovi. That's also a surprise. Pretty much always it's Ovi getting it. So of course we know that we finished first in our division. Carolina, Washington, the other two teams making it. So I guess all the wildcard teams are Atlantic. Entire league, Tampa 110. I mean, yeah, they went off this year. Both Florida teams finished 1 and 2 in the league. That's kind of nuts. We're third there. Does the other Philly team, I didn't even check, how do the Flyers do? Are the Flyers in the playoffs, or are we the best Philly team there is? And as you can see there, yeah, Philadelphia Flyers did miss the playoffs, so we're the team representing the city of Philly. And the B team finished lower than Detroit and Ottawa. That's rough. Where are they? 29th. They only did better than St. Louis and Vancouver, who, again, I don't know how they did that bad. And next year, guys, we have a tough matchup in the first round of the playoffs, Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't think we have any Boston Bruins, or Malcolm Subban was a Boston Bruin, but I think that's it. To help us kind of beat this Leafs team. Lose the first game 4-3, win the next one 3-2. We actually have home ice advantage as well. So tied up 1-1. If we can just take one here in Toronto, I'll be happy with that. Lose game 3, win game 4, 5-4, big OT win. Okay, so 2-2 series. Basically, it's a best of 3 now. Win game 5, big shout out there from Rask. We have Rask. How did I forget about Rask? 2-0. He does it again. I forgot about him, and then he said, "What's up?" Back-to-back shutouts. Tuukka Rask. He hates Toronto that much. Carries us through that series. We have the Washington Capitals up next here. Obviously, Ovechkin's going to be the guy to watch. Home ice advantage. Take the first 2 games. Okay. Heading to Washington now. If we swept Washington, that'd be insane. We lose game 3, win game 4. Just have to win one of the next 3. I like our chances. Like them a little less now, but still 2 games. 1 game left here. I'm going to sim this one period by period. Obviously, if we win it, on to the conference final. Not a good start. What is going on? 3-1 up. We can't pull a Golden State. I think we did that in the last video with the Bill Masterton. Second period. Still, whole period left. 2 goals. We can do it. Or not. 3-0. We get shut out there. Still, had a good run. Game 7 of the semifinals. I'll take it. And look at this, guys. Playoffs just ended. Clean sweep from Colorado. Avalanche win the Stanley Cup, and the Eagles win the Calder Cup. Congrats to Joe Sakic and the organization. Let's see.
What?
Alright, guys, I was so confused there. I was trying to remember if the Rangers somehow got the Canucks pick, but I knew it went to Tampa Bay in the JT Miller trade, so I was trying to look and see like what trade they made with the B team, but there was no B team players on Tampa Bay. Then I realized they then traded that pick to the Devils in the Blake Coleman trade with Nolan Foote. We took over for the Devils. The B team took over for the Rangers, so we had the first overall pick. We're getting Lafreniere. That's pretty nasty. So it took me a while to kind of process. When you have 3 teams all named Philadelphia, it gets a little bit confusing. So I'll take a quick look here, guys, at the playoff tree. Colorado there. They beat Nashville in 7, Sharks in 5, Coyotes in 7, and then the Lightning there in 7. So really good Stanley Cup final. Take a quick look here at the playoff stats as well. Still led our team with 13 points, 13 games. So point per game. Shun rate behind there with 11. Not too bad. Next, we're going to take a look at the awards. Hopefully, you got at least one. I feel like the B team might actually get the Bill Masterton. So, Stanley Cup, Colorado, Tampa Bay Presidents. They got all the team awards. Individuals, Stamkos, Art Ross. Draisaitl gets the Hart. A lot of people saying he's going to get the Hart in real life. Hedman, James Norris, Tyler Seguin, Lady Bing. Quinn Hughes, Calder, but on the Canucks, that kind of sucks. It'd be cool if our Quinn Hughes won it, but that's fine. I saw that he grew a lot more, so even if ours had more points, he probably did better actually playing defense and forward. But if he won it playing forward, that'd be, something to talk about for sure. Kadri Conn Smythe, good for him. Anderson Vesna, also got the William Jennings. We beat them first round, though. We found a way by. Boston got to Bill Masterton, so it actually went to somebody on a decent team. You don't usually see that. Sharks coach got Jack Adams, makes sense. Kopitar Selke, Draisaitl got the Ted Lindsay, and then Sagan there, Maurice Richard. Okay, so unfortunately, neither the A team or the B team got an award, but, as I mentioned, I'm pretty sure we're picking first overall. So I feel like that is a small consolation prize. There you go. How cool is that? A team picking first overall, B team picking second overall. Imagine you had like Daniel and Henrik Sedin in this draft, and they went 1 and 2 to the 2 different brothers teams. But obviously, we're taking Lafreniere. B team's gonna take Byfield. That's how we're gonna end the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave that thumbs up. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.